Hello and welcome to the Mariners Massive here on Football Manager 21. I'm Charlie. In partnership with A-League FC, we continue our tale in Gosford. Today, the Mariners host Melbourne Victory, still managed by Grant Brebner. There has been some movement in managerial circles in the A-League as far as the Mariners Massive is concerned. I will go through that as the game progresses. A couple of unfamiliar names, certainly to me. Burke Gilroy, Anthony Burke Gilroy, lines up, I think, in central midfield, while Macaronis comes in, looks like central attacking midfield behind Rudy Justed. It seems that Callum McManaman is very much the man to look out for. Gerard Tyson in goal, so not Matt Acton or Max Crocombe. So they've clearly gone for, I think he's a former Green Gully goalkeeper. It's been mentioned a couple of times on the rundown. In any event, we are heading into the dressing room. The recommendation here from Big John Aloisi, our assistant manager, is to say, "Come on lads, show me what you can do!" Exclamation mark. Not entirely sure about that. In fact, I want the team to turn it round following last week's loss in the F3 derby to Newcastle Jets. Lots of motivated faces there. I don't have anything to say about the Wellington Phoenix match, concentrating on our own. Stefan Negro is indeed suspended, so he is a big absence for us. It certainly isn't ideal. We'd ideally like to have our first choice fullback in the team. You will notice there has been some movement in terms of players at right back. Lewis Fenton has signed, so he was released by the Knicks, and we've picked him up on a free transfer. In addition, Andrew Redmayne has come in to replace, I think it's Andrew Pearce, as our backup goalkeeper. He was released by Sydney FC earlier in the campaign. They've signed a couple of new goalkeepers, in fact. And thus we've got Redmayne in on a deal. Matt Simon takes kickoff. Now we've got Niedermeyer on the ball. Early doors here. Yanota forward. But Robbie Cruz, often a polarising figure for Melbourne Victory and indeed for the Socceroos, there to take the ball off him. In terms of our team, we've got Mark Birighitti in goal, as consistent as you like. I think he's our highest rated in terms of average rating. Highest player on the list. Lewis Fenton, as mentioned, at right back. Then in the centre we've got Niedermeyer and Ruan Tongic. Kai Rolls filling in at left back here as Tongic has gone through the back of Rudy Justed. Gianni Stensness and Oli Bazan operating in central midfield. We've got Josh Nisbet on the bench just in case. And then from left to right, as Matt Simon opens the scoring, I will get the team out. We've got De Silva on the left, Urena through the middle, and then Yanota on the right. Matt Simon, the wizard himself, up front, and look at that, good positioning by Matt Simon. Goes early, and that's a goalkeeping error. He may have struck that ball hard and low, but that is a bit of a rick from the goalkeeper there, Tyson. Unable to get his hands on the ball, very close to his body. You know, sometimes that is difficult for goalkeepers, but you expect better. If Mark Birighitti let one in like that, I'd certainly give him a bit of a spray. It has been another good week for us in terms of preparation. Not, of course, so good with our loss against our rivals, Newcastle Jets, in the F3 derby. If we're going to lose one game all season, we didn't really want it to be that one. And now here's Callum McManaman. The ball is cleared only as far as the Victory midfield, though. Now here's Urena to De Silva. What can he do? Oh, it's cleared up to Justed. Not the player you want to get in behind, really. As you saw then, he'll come short, hold up the ball, and he expects runners like Robbie Cruz and Callum McManaman to get around him and even go beyond him. And that's where he can play the ball in behind. And while they're doing their business on the wing, he'll get into the box, looking for a powerful strike, either from the header or perhaps a volley. Bozanic now with the Mariners' corner, cleared upfield. There's McManaman. Rolls has been sent off. Kai Rolls sent off for the Mariners. 16 minutes played. This is a bit of a problem. Okay. I think we're going to have to make a change. It's who we bring off that's the problem. Do we go without width further forward? I think we do. So in that case, it's Yanota, who's not started well, is coming off for young Matthew Hatch. And what will happen then is that Hatch will move to left back. And Urena and De Silva will operate in central berths even. We just move those across. There we go. We're going to have to encourage our players, but I think we'll go back into a balanced shape following that change. We're also just going to encourage the boys. We have started well, as you can see. 7 shots, 3 on target, 0, well now 1 for the Melbourne Victory. Expect that to go up. Rudy Justed there with a shot off target. Hatch now, free kick delivery. It's going to go all the way against the crossbar. What a strike. Out of nothing. I think that was a cross. I'm fairly sure it was. But it went all the way to trouble Tyson in the Victory goal. Now Urena going through. Fenton with the cross. It's blocked up to Justed. Now here's McManaman. This is the problem. Matthew Hatch out there, the young lad. And it is well over the bar. That one not on target from Robbie Cruz. I should say as well, Lee Broxham is starting at fullback, and I'm not quite sure. I think it's right back he's playing. Not brilliant in terms of positioning, I'd say. They want us. Big John Aloisi wants us to go very defensive. I'm not going to go very defensive. I think we've got to offer something on the counter. It is a bit of a misnomer and a bit unknown, really, that if you do go defensive on Football Manager, that's not saying you're never going to attack. It just means that you're a lot more choosy. But with the team that we've got, I'd like us to go for it, as Tyson makes a really good save from Matty Simon, the wizard himself, with a good strike. Now 8 shots and 4 on target. 3 for the Melbourne Victory, 0 troubling Mark Birighitti between the sticks. Mariners have a corner now. Will it? Nope, no highlight. As Gianni Stensness now goes into the book, and he's going to miss the Mariners' next match following an accumulation of yellow cards. So we've got Stefan Negro out suspended for this game. So obviously he's going to be back next time. But Kai Rolls is out, and so is Gianni Stensness now. One of the things that I have found in the past few days when looking at squad registration is that we really are full to the brim. That's why really Andrew Pearce had to, he was released in the end because we unregistered him, deregistered, to include Andrew Redmayne. He was very much the player to miss out as Adama Traore comes forward. Now Cruz can't get past Lewis Fenton. Ball in, and there's the goal. Adama Traore with the cross. Callum McManaman with the goal. So against the 10 men of the Mariners here, Victory back on level terms, with McManaman squaring the ledger against Hatch, the youngster. That is a bit of a problem position for us. I'm tempted to move Ruan Tongic out to left back to deal with him, but Tongic is pretty much keeping just dead quiet at the moment. So we'll go into the break, hopefully still level, with Mark Birighitti now beaten by the Melbourne Victory's first shot on target. It was quite an interesting dynamic because this week the Mariners have played Melbourne Victory, and it was seen as a bit of a good result for Victory that they managed to secure a 1-1 draw against the Mariners. A point apiece, as Matt Simon goes through all the way from Birighitti's goal kick. Urena with the ball forward, and there's Matt Simon. Takes it early, doesn't give Tyson the chance to set himself, nor the defenders, including the likes of Ryan Shotton. So we are in extra time now, and let's hope that we can hold on to this. Butterfield forward to Traore again. Oh, it's coming through McManaman, isn't it? Broxham now. Can he get the delivery in? He can, but it's Mark Birighitti who makes a good save. We should here be at half-time, and we are indeed. So a 2-1 lead at the break. Deserved, you'd say, for the Mariners, really, on the balance of play. So I'm going to tell the players how pleased I am with their performance so far. A little bit strange that the Mariners are playing in dark blue and the Victory in their away kit of white. That is a little bit odd, but be that as it may. We are indeed at Gosford, the beautiful Gosford Park, hopefully with Marvin in attendance. If you've not seen Marvin on social media and indeed at the game itself, so he was with some safe smoke against the Victory. Lovely image of him on social media. Do follow him, follow the club, find out everything that's going on in the real life world of the Mariners. They are doing really well this season. Currently top of the league, but not by much. It has to be said. That gap has been reduced greatly in recent weeks by the likes of Melbourne City. Patrick Kisnorbo's side really coming on strongly. They've now 6 wins on the bounce they can boast. And of course they have the human cheat code himself, Jamie McLaren, who is always a danger and has now scored, I think it's over 90 A-League goals. So he's doing some big business up top there. The likes of Adrian Luna providing the assists. Mariners, however, they are holding on. Next weekend, I think, in the next round, which will be round 15, will be the first in which they could be knocked off top spot. Although the Wanderers could have done it if they'd have won 3-0, which didn't ever look likely against Melbourne City in the Friday football game. But here's Bozanic with the free kick, and it's a save by Tyson. Punched it away and had a second bite of the cherry. Here now, McManaman forward. There's 2 defenders on him, including Bozanic. And it's into the gloves of Birighitti. That's what we like to see from Biraz. Big ball downfield. Oh, that's not going to trouble anybody, is it? Too much power on that one. It's now Bert Gilroy comes forward. And look at the space for McManaman. Birighitti having to do some big work there. There is a question to whether to take off Tongic and replace him with Jankovic. Don't be ridiculous. That's not happening. Jankovic, more of a central midfield, maybe attacking midfielder. He hasn't really nailed down a place in the team, really, and certainly central defence is not his strong point. We are just going to make a quick change, though, just to freshen things up, because I think that's important. We're going to bring on Bowman for De Silva. I would like to bring on Josh Nisbet for one of the 2 central midfielders, considering that they both are on a booking. So that's certainly something to be a little bit wary of. So normally Alu Qual would be my go-to substitution for Matty Simon up front. Just a bit of fresh energy with Qual, who's a really good player. As now Justed leads the line here. The counter-attack. Oh, they're coming through us there. But it is a wide shot from Robbie Cruz. So not able to capitalise on a really good position for the Victory. Urena now back to Hatch. Looking for a cross here from the young man. And there it is. It's Matt Simon. And it is a hat-trick. The Wizard with another one. The wand very much in use here for Matty Simon. Oh, big, powerful header. And again, the goalkeeper's poor. Got to say that. Nick Ansell in central defence for Victory. Not competing to the level that he should be there. And goalkeeper Tyson. Chocolate wrists. Very much so. Just as Butterfield is going to deliver the corner, we are going to bring off Stensness for Josh Nisbet. and it's a wide effort there from the Victory. So they've really come on. Remember when it was 0 shots, only 1 shot on the board. They've now got 13 to their name. But the XG not massively different. So I think that just says that our chances haven't been brilliant chances. Certainly not. Yellow card there. Now Nisbet on the ball to Bozanic. Oh, he's giving it away, hasn't he? Rudy Justed coming forward powerfully. Cruz in field, and it's a tip over the bar by Mark Birighitti. I feel like he's going to have to do that a time or two in the minutes to come. But good defensive shape there for the Mariners, but it's not being cleared properly. We've really got to do a little bit better getting that ball away from the goal line. Both teams now on 15 shots, so that just shows you how the 10 men of the Mariners are having to cope here. It's a bit of a siege mentality, backs against the walls, as Butterfield plays the ball in, but it's Urena now, and now Bowman, and it's a great strike by Daniel Bowman. Melbourne Victory are being put to the sword. It's his first ever goal for the Mariners, and what a counter-attack. Urena inside, Bozanic with the ball through, Bowman times his run perfectly, gets it out of his feet, and he just bends it around Tyson. Oh, that was sumptuous. Absolutely beautiful goal by Daniel Bowman. Formerly playing in Holland, has come to the Mariners and really hit the ground running. I mean, he can play in central midfield or in one of the attacking midfield roles, to be honest. So even with 10 men, we are blowing away Melbourne Victory. We are leaving them in the weeds, and this sort of corresponds very much to real life, with Victory struggling so much and the Mariners doing extremely well. Art imitating life, I believe is the phrase. But it's another corner for the Victory. They're going to get one of these in now. Butterfield this time with the delivery. Birighitti, good save, and look at Urena, lots of space for him to run into. Plays it right across the face of the goal. Bowman there now, having to retrieve possession. Infield it goes to Nisbet. Oh, it's blocked though, isn't it? Callum McManaman doing some defensive duties back there. We're just ticking down the final minutes here. In fact, we are going to change the mentality. We're going to go defensive, which brings with it the opportunity just to slow things down. Again, Butterfield with the corner, and it's cleared. Good defensive work now. Adama Traore with a long-range effort. Saved by Birighitti. Butterfield from the other side. Now, how many corners have we seen? Oh, finally, he gets one right. It's on the head of Aaron Anderson, the young defender. And a glimmer of hope for Melbourne Victory. 4-2 now. Finally, he gets one right, Butterfield. He's been threatening to do that all half. And finally, with seconds to spare, that's happened. Now, Matt Simon coughs up possession. Robbie Cruz needed to be dispossessed by Ollie Bozanic. Here's Matt Simon at the other end, showing a turn of pace, would you believe, against Ryan Shotton. Hatch with the big cross, and Tyson claims. Gerard Tyson. Now McManaman through. This is a goal. No, it isn't. Mark Birighitti with a great save. We've got 4 minutes of added time to be played. Butterfield now. Can he get that corner right once more? Not this time. It's Urena infield to Bowman. He's all on his own. And it's Bowman. No, he fires it wide. What an opportunity to score the 5th goal for the Central Coast Mariners. And now Cruz is through. No, it's not happening for you, Robbie. Not today, son. Shotton with the ball in. And Birighitti, 2 good hands on the ball. This has been a great game of football. 4-2 and plenty of attacking endeavour. It has to be said, despite the Mariners being down to 10 men, as we're still doing bits in the final third. And there is the final whistle. Great performances by Matt Simon. A hat-trick. He's now on 23 A-League goals for the season. Bowman and Urena put in a shift in attacking midfield. Bozanic was everywhere. Hatch came on and did well. And then you've got Niedermeyer and Mark Birighitti with another big average rating. So well played to Mark Birighitti. Into the dressing room, and yeah, it's a good win for us, isn't it? That was a fantastic performance, and the type of performance that we've been putting in all season long. We've really done well in the A-League. Last week we faltered against Newcastle Jets, dropped points, but luckily for us, it has to be said, Wellington Phoenix didn't capitalise, really. They could only record a draw in their game. So now we have played 19 games. We have moved 8 clear of Wellington Phoenix, but they do have a game in hand, so they could reduce that to 5. Down at the bottom of the table, I can tell you that Perth Glory have sacked Tony Vidmar, so they brought him in even, to replace Richard Garcia earlier in the season. He's been sacked as Tony Vidmar now, and the Sydney FC have appointed a new boss who gets off to a good start, it looks like. A win over the Jets, so just establishing themselves 3rd place there. They did come into the game, you may remember, level on points with Melbourne Victory between 3rd and 4th. Lewis Fenton on debut, or debut as they say down under, so really good performance by him. And of course we've got Andrew Redmayne on the bench now, who could come in for Mark Birighitti should anything happen. Next week we have a host of players absent. You saw that Gianni Stensness will be banned due to yellow cards. Kai Roll received a red card. So there will be yet again a bit more upheaval in the lineup. Be that as it may, join me on Sunday for the A-League Rundown. Every week we look at all the news, events and results with all the clubs in the A-League, in the Mariners' massive universe. And then Thursday is indeed game day. So thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you again.